Hi there, this is Clovis from Kinematic Lab. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the tiling object. So let's go in UI Toolkit interface and in the others category, and here you have a new object called tiling. So I left click on this button and then left click on my view and right click to stop. So I'm closing this and I'm go there. So what is it for? Basically it's made for tiling some custom geometry along a few axes and then make these tiling geometries slide. Okay, so you can make them appear, disappear along a specific shape. So first of all I need to create a custom geometry. I will just create a little plane for the moment. Okay, and then I will pick it with the pick source mesh here. So now you have this custom mesh replicated here. Okay, you can change its size. And in the tiling module here you have some parameters, so you can change the width, the length, but basically you need first to add more objects. So I will add like 10 copies along the x-axis, and I will just increase this x-axis length. So this is the length of it. Okay. The C button here is just to center the tiling object. Okay. And you can also make these copies tile on the y-axis. So I just had to change this value and then change the length to etc. So you have all these copies now. So this is static unless you animate the source object. And you have these two values here which are made to slide, okay, along the x-axis or along the y-axis. So what do you notice here is that each time it reaches the maximum length, maximum width in this case, the copy disappears and reappears on the other side, and that's the same for the Y slide. So just add more. But there is just the end and the start which pops in and out. Okay. So this is cool, but we can use the limits options here. So if I check the cut button, you see that the pattern we had is now sort of cutted, okay, in a box, and you can change the size of this box. So what is good now is that if you slide, you don't see any popping, okay, left and right, and even top and bottom. So that's cool because it makes a nice, a nice progressing bar, for example, or just a repeating pattern which slides, which is cool. You also can have borders. So if I check borders, you see now that I have some mesh like that. I can change its thickness, its scale, and the chamfer value on the corners. So of course if your cut box is bigger than the tiling itself, you are going to see the popping happening, but you still can remove that by increasing the width and adding more count here, for example. So now what you could do is you could orient this box, for example, reduce this one a little bit, and you have a nice sliding bar like that with pretty cool sliding pattern. Okay, and then the last thing is that you can pick a specific cutter mesh. So basically the default values are just width and length. It's just basically it's a box, okay? But you could pick, let's say, a cylinder, for example. So I will pick my cutter mesh, okay? That's now my cylinder. So I have to move it like that, okay? I will just hide it for the moment. And so now it makes Boolean operation between my tiling object, okay, and my custom mesh, and it creates the borders along the intersection, okay. And you can make this slide as well. And all this really, it's gonna make a different look if you change the type of pattern you have. So let's modify this one. For example, I will just add a subdivision here and change this shape. Maybe make it a little bit thicker, like that. Remove some copies. And now I have a nice little arrow tiling object like that, which is cool too. So you can really make some different stuff, okay, and you can pick custom objects to cut out. So you can really make a kind of zone, okay, which is filled with these repeating patterns. So for that I'm using a spline. I'm going to extrude it, okay, and this one is going to be my cutting mesh. Okay, so you see what we can do. We can, of course, change the cutting shape every time you need. Okay, and it's going to update the tiling object. That's it. See you in the next video.